How's it going, allotment freaks? I'm Jay. Welcome to block number 12. I've just been getting on with stuff this last fortnight or so. Not really filmed anything. Brass house is done. Stuff started getting planted out. I've just started putting the tomatoes in the bed in the greenhouse. So I'll just take you through how I'm doing that for starters. We'll see how we get on. So hold on tight for another rip-roaring episode of Jay at plot number 12. We're going to do them up strings, so I've got a row. I've put the taller ones at the back, and across the front it's going to be like the cherry tomatoes, the ones that are slightly smaller plants. They're going in exactly the same way. I've put 2 strings running the length, and then off it will hang some of the ones going vertical, and just as the tomatoes grow we'll wrap the string around them, so we just get a length a little bit longer than from up there to the soil, tie it on at the top. On the top. Leave a little loop at the top so it can move a bit, and there you go. Put 2 more on here. I'll get 2 more in. This is the twine as well, you know, the natural twine, so once we're done it can all get clipped down and just go in compost, and it'll compost itself away, it'll decompose. Use the plastic one. There's going to be bits of plastic laying around. The only thing I'm not sure of is the ones I've put lengthways, how long they'll last. So I think in future I might look to get 2 lengths of some thin steel rope or something and run that the length, and then we can hang off that, and that's not going to move at all if it was like that. But this will do us for this year, and we'll see how they get on. Alright, so that's all the strings done. I'll just lay the plants out in front of them where they're going, and we'll start putting them in. Right, so how we do it, we got the tomato plant about where we want it under the string. I'm sort of staggering them, so it's like a triangle sort of thing with 2 at the back, and then the one at the front will be slightly in between them 2. So we just make a hole. Drop the string in the bottom, just a bit of soil on top of the string, and with the tomato plant I'll just pick off the bottom few leaves. I want rid of that. Just cut that little string off that we had tying it to that while it's growing. This is one of the cherry baby ones, as are the 2 that'll be going in behind me here. Tip it out the pot. And I'll wrap the string a couple of times. Judge, we'll lose that one as well. And then just fill it back in around it. Firm down. Label in front of it so we know what it is. And that's it. I'll just crack on doing these last 2 here. If I get one like that where the string's a bit slack, just get a cane, label or anything, just put it in the string, wind it up a few times. Like that, it holds it up straight. And get rid of that one as well off the bottom. I'll just give them a quick watering in now, and then I'll show you the old bed. So looking at it from there, that's the tomato bed done up to now. We've got 13 different plants in there. There's 4 different varieties. Yeah, we've got 13 in there. There's 4 different varieties. I've got space for 4 more. I've got some more, well, extra ones. We had a few swaps with Rich from next door. So I've got some golden cherry tomatoes to go in, and something else somewhere when I find them. We're going to do some more outside as well, but we'll give it another little end up month before they go outside. I'll give you a quick look round the greenhouse while we're in here. So these on the end here, what's left of the dwarf French beans. I put 12 in. I've kept hold of 4 just in case, and I put the rest out front on a little table and just put help yourselves whoever wants them. And they're not there now, so someone's out. Leeks in the corner. I want these to sort of get to the size of these before they go out. For a couple of weeks, hopefully, then they'll go out. These are the extra tomatoes. These 2 are the ones I've swapped with Rich, and then these few rows are the ones that I've just sowed extra just in case. Tray of pak choy, I need to get all that potted on. Peppers at the back, mini bell yellows, some mini bell yellow. What's that? That's a sweet pepper, that was off Rich next door as well. Got lettuce in here, they're ready to go out. I'll put them out in a minute actually with the rest of the other lettuces. More tomatoes, and say we'll put some outside. Might swap a few more. I don't know, my brother wants a few, so you can have them. Tray of cut and come again lettuce. This is more of the Tom Thumb lettuce, that's that. Every time I sort of clear this out and pot it on, more comes through, so I'm just going to keep leaving it there and keep picking from it. We'll get a nice succession out of that. Cucamelons, they want potting on. What have we got here? They're squash, they want potting on again. Sweet corn, sorry, the dog's under my feet here. Let's have a look what he's up to. What are you up to, Bruce? If you hear the excessive panting, it's not me, it's Bruce. Yeah, sweet corn, we potted this on the other week. I'm going to leave that till the end of the month before it goes out. Just the weather's still a bit funny. I don't think we're going to have another frost, but we might do, so just to be sure. These are... Bruce, get off! Look at him! Look at him there, in the tomato bed. Get off there! He knows what he's up to. So we've got here more brassica that hasn't gone in the brassica house yet. So whether we put it in or we'll find something else for it. So what have we got down here? Stromboli, calabrese, Cordessa cabbage, all year round cauliflowers. I do need to put a few more of them in. And then a tray of kale here in the middle. More tomatoes, more purple sprouting broccoli at the back. These are gherkins. Overshadowed by that, yeah. These are gherkins. We've got some cucumber at the back. I'm going to move them, they're not getting any light at all there. Here are courgettes. They're about ready to go out, to be fair. We might chance that and put them out. And then the comfrey plants, which are doing fantastic. Up top here, more peppers. These are Robertinas. Tray of swede and more red acre cabbage that needs to go out. And that's a tray of sunflowers they want potting on as well, so we'll get on with that in a bit. So I'll just show you this on the tomato bed. You see the hose connections at the end there? I've got a soaker hose that runs down either side and back up the middle. So we can just plug that in, leave it on for 5 minutes, and that's that watered. So coming out here is the garlic. As you can see, Bruce doesn't know his boundaries and he's just romped for absolutely everything. What are you doing? Bruce, what are you doing? So we've got the garlic. I'm not overly impressed with the garlic because it doesn't... I'm not overly impressed with the garlic because it doesn't seem to be bulbing up at all. It's getting plenty of height on it. Well, some of these are huge, but I've had a little feel underground and I can't feel much. And this bed here, that row at the front's radish, And then you can make out the beetroot that got absolutely peppered by the birds. And then, as you can tell, he's just had a good trample through it all. So we'll get some more sowed and we'll see what happens with it. Red onions doing terrible. The white onions though, these are romping on. Some of these are getting huge at the bottom. So they should be all right. Same on this side. These are slightly behind them ones though. So in here on the arches, we've got these ones at the front of the bay. These are the dwarf French beans. And then the climbers along the netting. Apple tree's got blossom on it. That's good. Peas, the ones on the frame are Allotment. And the ones on these, and the ones on these wigwams, pyramids, whatever you want to call them, Carubi de Mas something or other in French, but they're a Monge 2p. And then we get to the brassica house. So yeah, we got the netting on the brassica house finally. I just lapped it over it and went round with cable ties where I didn't want it to be cable tied on. Put some pegs in across the bit in the middle where there was no frame. And then I was wondering with the door, what to do with it. So I couldn't use the rollers. Well, I probably could have if I'd really set my mind to it. But we've just put some cable ties around as a hinge. It works, keeps stuff out. So in here, we've got everything. I've tried to keep the taller stuff to the sides. So along here we've got kale. Let's come in. So we've got kale down this side in them first two bays. Stromboli, Calabrese, spruce. When his highness shuts up, we've got kohlrabi and then more stromboli, and I think there's cauliflower at the top. Top one, the red ones, the red acre cabbage, they're flying on them. The roll across the very back is all year round cauliflower, and the six in the middle of that one, that's purple sprouting broccoli. A couple more cabbages dotting in. These are my only two pak choy that didn't run to seed. So they're leading the way, and at least with the rest of them we'll get a succession in and not everything at once. So then here we've got the potatoes. The first two rows with Charlottes, they're very slow. King Edwards, and then the Marish, these last three rows are Marish Pipers, and they're flying on. And the fruit bushes, the rhubarb's coming up, well behind everyone else's, but I don't know whether because we transplanted a few this year, and that one really wasn't well last year. That was there originally, really wasn't well last year, so I don't even know if I'm going to pick them this year, just let them grow. And let the crowns get a bit more health into them. So there's mare's tail coming up absolutely everywhere, so we're going to have a good weed. Yeah, fruit bushes. Currant bushes, I've got little currants happening on them. Mystery bulbs, bluebells, I think they're the Spanish ones that are absolutely everywhere. That's come to life, I'm glad of. Apple trees, like we said, they've got blossom on them. These two canes, that one and that one, there. Absolutely no life at all in them, so I don't know what we're going to do with them. Alright, so guys, that's about everything we've been up to. I'm going to do some potting on in the greenhouse now. I'm not going to film that, because it's just putting stuff in pots. So yeah, if you got this far, nice one for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe and all that. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.